Bacon Monday for a test drive down to the shop and then maybe to the gas station just to make sure it's all filled up, to make sure that the fan is working appropriately and that it's going to actually cool the car. And also I'm hoping that as it warms up it's going to fix this surging idle, which it's already gone down about 400 RPM, so I'm hoping that's going to work out fine. Probably here. It's revving quite high. But of course it's cold right now, so it's just the idle, because it's driving just fine. It's just not idling fine. I'm starting to wonder if it might be throttle position sensor or something like that, because I'm not touching the throttle right now. We're going at a consistent speed. I'm wearing my new shoes and I'm heel toeing and I'm revving it quite high accidentally, so I'm starting to wonder if it's something to do with the throttle position sensor. Like it's just stuck just a little bit on. See what that is. Oh God. I got coolant on the headers. Coming from where though? So yeah, let me see. There's coolant. You can see coolant there on the headers, dripping from under the intake. Looks like. Why would there be coolant under the intake? Here, I'm gonna flip this upside down. Maybe you can get a better view because you can get underneath there. All right. I guess the good news is that it's something relatively simple. The bad news is I don't know what it is. There must be a line going under there or something. Because it looks like this here looks wet. And it looks like it's dripping under here, which is causing it to drip down and heat up. But why is it leaking? And why is there coolant there?
Oh, I can see where it's dripping.
Where's it dripping? Oh, is it dripping from here?
Yeah.
I lost the hose clamp. I thought this was a vacuum line. If this is a coolant line, then it's if I put a hose clamp back on there.
Because see, if you look down right here, you can see it.
Yeah, you can see a drip right there. Okay.
Well, but like down in here, you can see it go drip, drip, drip.
So it turns out, as usual, your husband's an idiot. And
They put those on for a reason.
I couldn't find it, and I thought it was a vacuum hose, and I'm like, none of the other vacuum hoses need these. Why does this one? Because it's not a vacuum hose, it's a coolant hose.
Well, it's a good thing we're just down the road from the O'Reillys.
Yeah, maybe we'll pop by the O'Reillys on the way home and get some hose clamps.
Yeah.
I don't have a screwdriver with me though. This must also be a coolant line then. But obviously I still have that one. Okay. Well, hopefully problem solved. We're going to the Joann's, and then we're gonna drop by O'Reilly's on the way home, I guess. And then I guess we'll have to test drive it again. So we've been to Joann's, we've been to O'Reilly's, so at the least we can fix that when we get home. And the good news is that the temperature seems to be holding steady right almost exactly where it's supposed to be. It's actually a tiny bit under halfway, which, you know, sounds good to me. It's running really well. It seems to be pulling harder than it was before, so perhaps we can thank the tune-up for that. And yeah, it seems like overall all of our modifications have been successful, which is always a good feeling. So we're on our way home now, and then I'm gonna probably put this clamp on before I forget, and maybe we'll drive it. Well, I guess I need to drive it to PRE to get the tires put on. So I'll do some more research, see if I can't figure out why this is surging. My initial research basically said it could be electrical, there could be too much voltage going to a couple of different things. So check all the grounds and check all the voltage and stuff like that. But after driving it, I'm starting to think it might be the throttle position sensor, because it's just acting. It's not acting like the idle is high. It's acting like the throttle is pushed. Because yeah, we're doing 35 miles an hour right now, and we're just cruising. I'm not even touching the accelerator. So, yay for things working, and you know, boo for other things not working, I guess. Hopefully an easy fix. I mean, hopefully it's going to be something stupid like take this off and clean it, and not like replace the sensor. I don't know how much this costs, so maybe it's a non-issue. Also, I haven't scrubbed the brakes yet, but at this rate, I don't think I'm going to until race day, really. So, I guess come race day, when I'm testing my new brakes, I should also be scrubbing them so that they start working better. Also, even though I didn't even get the alignment close on the caster camber plates, it's driving pretty much straight. It's pulling a little bit to the right. So it's safe to drive. I think it's going to be perfectly safe to drive down the freeway down to PRE. So that's all that I really need. I'm also convinced that this car is easier to heel toe than my 2015, which I think is silly. I think it's at least partially because in an effort to make the 2015 pretty, it has stainless steel pedals with two little rubber grommets on it, whereas these are completely covered in rubber. I think that helps, so that when you're near the edge and you're heel towing, it running it. Obviously,